Rise and shine YouTube. Today we got a little review for you. Now, if you're somebody that looks for those Prime Day deals, well, we got two mice that I think you should pick up if you have small hands. That I personally did before the Prime Day deals, granted. But I'm going to be keeping them because they're still some of my favorite shapes. And, well, I can't stop using this Epomaker Carbon X. And that's what we're primarily going to be talking about. So, Carbon X comes in around $67.99 right now on Amazon. The Akitsu, which we'll be talking about at the very end, comes in at $112. Solid price for both of these. This is a fantastic price for this mouse. I don't know what they're doing with this thing, but this thing has some magic to it. Let's talk about the shape. First, I will link the description or the links below. They are affiliate links, but I'm not trying to sell you. I'm making this video to give you guys a heads up because I think these are still solid shapes for small hands, and I plan on keeping them in rotation. So there you go. Shape-wise, on the Carbon X, feels more like a Maya-esque shape, right? With better side profile and a slightly taller profile for me. So with the Maya, the sides kind of had like a little bulge to them. So when I pressed into the side while tracking, it kind of felt like the mouse was like fighting back, and like you can feel like the PCB through the sides, and just it didn't feel like natural for me. So the side profile on this is nice and flat, not as flat. Well, honestly, it is flat like the Akitsu. It does come up a touch, but it's not a crazy flare out. But that feeling where there's no crazy flare on the sides, the curve doesn't go crazy. It's something that I really like in mice. That's why I stick to a lot of the kind of flat-sided mice. X2, it's solidly flat. The Finalouse is nice and flat. Even the 2C has a good flatness to them. It does have a little notch right in there in the middle that I can lock my finger into a little more. Still probably at the top. But this Carbon Maker side profile, it feels phenomenal. It feels nice and natural. Nothing crazy going on there. Nothing that makes my fingers cramp. It has a good height to it, right? I don't have any issues with like, oh, there's not enough room for my thumb. Granted, I do have 16.5 by 10 centimeter hands. Very small hands. But the size and the shape of this mouse fits my hands like a glove. Like, it's a really good shape, and I highly recommend a lot of people try this mouse because it's cheap right now, and it feels good. So shape-wise, it's like a kind of like a taller, better Lamzu Maya shape, right? The weight on this thing, on my scale, comes in at around 46 grams. We will show you here right now. So we got 45.8 grams, 46 grams. We'll just round it up. And the weight balancing on this is actually fairly good. You do have a slight tallness to it, or not tallness, but front heavy side or front heavy end balancing, but you don't really feel that in motion. Something like the Ryse mouse that I had recently that I honestly couldn't do because the side buttons were just trash. The Ryse had a worse feeling front-ended heaviness while on glass than this did, and I don't even think like I would want to move the battery back. I've seen somebody do it. They moved the battery back and said it was perfect then. I don't even think you need to do that. Just take off the stock skates. Stock skates are really bad. Pretty scratchy, tuggy on cloth. Didn't like them at all. But the dot skates feel very, very good, and it drops the weight a little bit. You know what I mean? But that balance isn't bad at all. Feels nice. Shape is nice. Feels natural. Doesn't cramp. I can use this. I've been using this mouse for the last week now. Let's talk about the clicks. Now, this is using Almond Opticals, and this might be my new favorite click implementation I have ever felt on a mouse. For something at this price point to have this kind of click feel, it's like a poppy, crisp sounding, more of like a recessed like pitch. This sounds and feels like my endgame Switch. It's honestly that good. They're very, very light in the front. Get a little more tactile and heavy near the back, but my fingers rest right in the middle, and they just pop. It feels so good. There's no click grinding or rattling in this mouse either, so the click feel is amazing. Pre-travel is like non-existent. Like post-travel, you can get them to kind of move a little bit, but that's nothing you will ever feel in game. Side profile of the clicks are nice. No pre-travel here. You can get them to move a little bit if you press the very, very, very back of the button, just a little more than the middle. But it's something that I've never noticed. It doesn't make me like, the back end. Like, the back end doesn't even feel mushy. Like, it's a nice, steady feel along the entirety of the side buttons. So that's something to, point out, because a lot of side buttons are very mushy near the back. This is still nice and crisp. So click profiles, nice, great. I'll do a little click sound test here in a second. Scroll wheel feels like one of those like infinity scroll wheels where it has a touch of texture to it in the scroll. You have a nice click to it. It's very, very light in the scroll. So if you like more tactile and you need more tactile, the scroll wheel might not be for you, but who's really, going too crazy over the scroll wheels? But this feels good. Performs good. I have no issue with it. I just use it for basically pinging and scrolling in my browser. Right? I don't like find shoot or anything to it. So overall, click QC is phenomenal. I have zero issues. The QC on the entire mouse is phenomenal. Yes, you can get it to kind of move a little bit on the sides if you put a shit ton of pressure on it, which I hope you're not doing, because under normal gaming, you're not squeezing the mouse that much, right? So it feels good. It's built solid. There's no issues there. Like I said, no rattling, no popping, no creaking. Shape profile is fantastic for small hands. Like I said, I can't put this thing down right now. It just feels so good. Click, feel, sound, amazing. Now let's talk about the coating. The coating is also one of my favorite coatings that has come out in 2025. It's like a rubberized coating, but it almost feels like the mouse is made out of silicone. This is a carbon fiber shell, but the coating feels like you're using a silicone mouse. And you can see how often I was clicking and moving my fingers along the clicks. You don't have any fingerprints. But this feels amazing. It's smooth. It's not insanely grippy. Like, it's not insanely slick. It's like just right, but it's so satisfying to feel in your hand while you're using it. Like, the temperature doesn't get hotter or colder on the mouse. Your fingers and your hand doesn't get sweaty underneath it. Damn good coating. My favorite coating to have ever released. Bada bing, bada boom. The holes. I already know there's going to be comments. 45 grams. Just show you guys, if you're just tuning in for the video. 46 grams. But all the holes in the back. Oh no. How dare they? Like I said, weight balance is perfectly fine. Don't notice any craziness going on with the weight. It's 46 grams. If you think 46 grams is heavy, you might need to go play an MMO. I don't know. But the holes under the hand, this is my main grip, kind of like a relaxed claw. Sometimes I'll lower my fingers on it while I'm tracking and pretty much palm the mouse. I don't feel the holes in my hand. So if the holes kind of scare you to where you're going to feel them, I would kind of look past that. One, Amazon does have a good return policy, but you don't feel the holes. Like, I don't really feel any of them at all. The mouse feels fantastic. The holes don't get in the way. It feels damn good. So Epomaker has a damn good shape, a damn good weight, best feeling clicks I've felt, the best coating I've felt, and it has some of the best QC. And for $67.99, that is one of the biggest steals I've seen of the year. Original price is $80. So for even 80 bucks, under 100, like this shits on the Saber V2 Pro. I'm just saying, Saber V2 Pro has a lower sensor position. I don't get that. This feels 1,000 times cheaper, but it's right now $40 more expensive than a better solid feeling mouse. So good shape, good clicks, good coating. I mean, you can't go wrong. The stock skates were pretty trash, right? I mean, I remove all my stock skates anyways. I mean, hell, I did it on the Akitsu and just put dots on them. But I've been on glass, so I can feel kind of when the scratchiness kicks in. But the U9 Airs, in my opinion, are some of the best skates for glass pads that I've ever used. They give you a little more control without getting tuggy or sticky. Bada bing, bada boom. But stock skates were pretty bad. Just remove them, put some dots on there. Now, the only dots that fit the top little portion are going to be dots that are 6.5 millimeter or less. You can put larger skates down in the bottom, but there's a lot of good options that are 6.5 millimeters and lower that you can pick up, especially for cloth, glass, whatever you may do. Internals, you got a 3950. You got the Omron opticals. You got the 8K polling. You got a cool little pill-shaped dongle. It's nice. It's very small, so it's very compact. So if you're on the move, on the go, bada bing, bada boom, very easy to carry around. And solid-ass mouse. Carbon X from Epomaker. I highly recommend you try this. Like I said, below will be the links. This isn't something to like... You don't need to click on the link if you don't want to, right? It just helps the channel out. But I'm getting this video out there to kind of give you guys heads up that there is a mouse right now, this guy, that feels fantastic for small hands at a very budget price. The last thing, briefly talk about the Akitsu, right? If you've seen my Akitsu video from a long time ago, I got the first batch. This is a really good improvement from their first batch. The clicks are more crisp. The scroll wheel is less stiff, very tactile. The side buttons are even better. They're less mushy. They're fantastic. So click QC on this guy is very, very good as well. And my favorite thing being the base change, right? The old one had the entirety of the dragonfly like coming up from the mouse, and if you press too hard on like cloth, you'll kind of scrape the bottom. But you don't really have that here on this one, which is fantastic. I like how they kind of evened out the base down at the bottom. So for $112, you get that little screen dongle that shows all your stuff. 8K polling, 39.9 or 33.95 sensor. This comes in at about, what do we got here? 40 grams. So if you want a nice under 150 kind of Finalouse-esque mouse, the Akitsu itself is very, very good. Front end is nice and narrow, has a decent hump in the back to give you nice stability to it. Small hands, this is a little gem, in my opinion. Another link will be in below or below for this guy as well. So if you're looking for something for Amazon Prime deals, these two mice are a good pickup. Now I'll give you a little sound profile and we'll end it there. Both mice, by the way, have a web-based browser. You can change everything in there. Bada bing, bada boom. But let's give you guys a little taste of what the clicks sound in this guy. So let me turn off the noise suppression and let's make some clicks. Those were the main buttons. Scroll wheel. Side buttons. Nice, crisp. Nice and crisp. And we'll just throw the Akitsu in here. Main, scroll, side. Very, very nice. So, if you're somebody that picks up a mouse today, let me know. Let me know how you like them. Because I honestly think these are still some of the best pickups of 2025 if you're looking for a specific shape. But once again, Epomaker made, I mean, this is the budget banger for me right here. This is the best mouse that I've felt under $100 in all of 2025. Bada bing, bada boom. So, love you guys. Rise up. God bless. And we'll see you for the next review.